Hi, my name is Jeannie and this is Bacon. So in his bathrobe. So he had a shower early in the morning, right, Bacon? You still like to use the robe? So we will be reading from, or he'll be listening, but I'll be reading from my book Love in the Time of the Trump Era, and I'll read like excerpts. So there's a blurb, and I'll link to that video if you don't know what Love in the Time of the Trump Era is about. So I'll be reading chapter 1, Election Day, 2016. Donald J. Trump is going to win in November. This wretched, ignorant, dangerous part-time clown and full-time sociopath is going to be our next president. President Trump, go ahead and say the words, because you'll be saying them for the next 4 years. President Trump, never in my life have I wanted to be proven wrong more than I do right now. Michael Moore, sage. So I actually quoted him because this was very appropriate. Selfies, 2. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Likes on my food pic. 1. Drinks, 1 caramel macchiato. November 8, 2016, the U.S. presidential elections, a day that will live in infamy. People will remember that day like it was the Pearl Harbor of politics. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but people remember where they were at that time. It was memorable and perhaps even traumatic for liberals like me. So it started out as a clear day with a low of 43 degrees and a high of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It was one of those pleasant fall days where after work you would curl up in bed with a hot cocoa, listen to a podcast, or just watch random YouTube videos. I work in Manhattan and I commute to work daily. I rent a room in New Jersey since it is cheaper, and I usually take the New Jersey Transit, the 190 from Clifton. In New York City, there are only 2 speeds, fast or faster. This day was no different because as soon as I got off the bus, people behind me were trying to overtake me. Everyone was rushing to get into the escalator first. People rudely brushed past me without even saying sorry. Rush hour is terrible in Manhattan, especially the subway trains. As soon as the doors open, you have to jump in, otherwise you miss your chance. Yeah, right, Bacon? I usually get coffee before I enter the office. I'm probably 50% plain water, 25% caffeine. Everyone at the office wanted coffee, Red Bull, or 4-hour energy drinks. Don't you think so, Bacon? Okay. Are you okay, Bacon? Are you stressed out? In this social media age and the fast-paced nature of the news, everyone needs the extra push of caffeine to get through the day. So to start my day, I ordered a caramel macchiato at Starbucks. I told the barista my name. The barista said my name without sneering or mocking me. So she announced 1 venti caramel macchiato for Alexa. People always turn to look around for who this Alexa person is after Amazon made my name famous. Starting in 2015, or dare I say infamous. This day was no exception. I saw a couple guys looking at my direction trying to see who this version of Alexa would be. When I turned out to be a brown Asian woman, they turned and looked away. Maybe they were expecting Alexa to be tall and blonde. I'm glad that at least the barista made no fuss about my name. Okay, so another one. So we're gonna talk about, so I'm gonna fast forward to Thornton Herman, owner extraordinaire of Viral Feed. So Thornton Herman is the owner of Viral Feed, and he thought it would be a good idea to start writing news articles and making video news stories about the elections. It was an unusual political season because of all of the media frenzy on certain candidates. So this political season was unlike any other because of a well-known real estate guy / reality show personality named Donald J. Trump, or Donald John Trump, was going head-to-head with the first female presidential candidate, Hillary Clinton. So Thornton Herman, this is the boss of Alexa, works, so he's the boss, and he is a prognosticator and a genius. He is what we would call a Zennial, a person who was born and grew up before the internet age, and so thus had a normal childhood. He is a guy in his mid-40s who is half Generation X and half millennial, who looks like a cross between Steve Jobs and Stephen Colbert. Wears glasses, is a bit on the lanky and nerdy side, and he can predict trends and is usually ahead of the curve. So he used to be a software developer in the 90s who went and hopped on the internet bandwagon before it was trendy. So he sold apps in the early 2000s and 2010, and he sold his software business and founded an internet-based media company. So he's a consummate workaholic and has never taken a day off. He's a creature of habit and wears the same black shirt, sometimes black turtleneck, as inspired by his idol Steve Jobs. He is a creature of habit and eats the same thing for breakfast, delivered by the local deli delivery boy. And he always tips $5. For breakfast, it is always egg white, omelet, strawberries, or other seasonal fruit, and dark coffee. He drinks a copious amount of water, and I'm sure probably pees like an elephant. So let's say, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna read off this one. So I'm just like scrolling. These are excerpts, so if you want the book, it's on Amazon. And it has gone wide as well. It's on Nook and other stuff as well. I'll link below. Bacon, are you listening, buddy? Okay, probably he's distracted. Okay, are you distracted? I often wondered why America, the most powerful democracy in the world, has not elected a woman president after 43 presidents, considering that according to the 2010 U.S. Census, females comprise of 50.8% of the U.S. population. It seems only appropriate that females would be represented in the highest position of the land, in Congress and in Senate. Women only comprise approximately 20%. Why is that? Could it be sexism? Could it be because the political institution is stubborn and unwilling to change its ways? Do not have all the answers. It just boggles the mind why no woman has ever been nominated as a presidential candidate. So this book, Love in the Time of the Trump Era, follows Alexa, and she works for Viral Feed. Her boss is Thornton Herman, and it just follows what happens during the 2016 presidential elections and the mayhem that ensued after that. And it follows her love life, and it's really it's fun to read. And I'm actually going to be writing book 3, which is going to be interesting to write, because how do you write about what's been going on? A lot of things have been going on. So yeah, I think Bacon's ready to bail out. Are you ready to bail out, Bacon? Okay. So do read the book. There's more to it than the excerpts. It talks about, her team. It talks about what happened during the election. It was just funny. So people were like crying, and like there's a lot of mayhem that ensues. It's a romantic comedy, so it's funny. And there's actually a book 2 as well, which is, I find that one was really fun to write, because there's a character there that he's interesting. His name is JD. He's the tech guy. He's like really like into conspiracy theories. He's really cool, and he's one of my favorite characters. And of course there's the love triangle, actually, as Alexa chooses between a liberal and a Republican. And who will she choose? We'll find out in book 3. It's really interesting. I don't know how book 3 will end. I have some idea how it will end, but it will jump from because book 2 is about 2017, sort of like 2016, 2017. Book 3 will make a time jump, and will jump from 2018, 2019, and then 2020. And I will most likely write about the coronavirus pandemic in there. And I already have a few scenes worked out in my mind, which is funny as well. You know, it has to be funny. But this is really a social narrative or social commentary that, you know, and fiction is a really good way to talk about what's going on in society without really offending people, especially using romantic comedy as well and using quirky characters. So I hope you do check out the book, and I enjoyed writing it. I have other books that are not related to politics and what's been going on in society. It's just plain like nice romantic comedies. I have one that's coming out. It's Finding Love in Wine Country. It's really funny. It's about drinking in Napa Valley, and like it's funny. I don't know. She goes on horseback riding and she biking, and it's just really comedy, you know. But do also check out my other books as well, and I'm gonna be making a blurb of that and with Bacon, because he has to be in it, or maybe since it's in a bad mood, maybe I'll use Sky this time, which is my other doggy. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye. Hi, my name is Bacon, and this is... So hi, so me and my buddy here, Bacon, will be reading my book, Love in the Time of the Trump Era 1. So this is Bacon with his bathrobe. He just had his shower earlier. Maybe earlier is a relative term. He had it this morning. So I'll be reading Bacon. Okay, nice. Oh, sorry about that, Bacon. Okay, so we almost failed on that one.